Good morning. Good happy Tuesday morning, Taurus. I'm just blessing your space and been sitting in your energy for the last at least 10 minutes. I've already gotten a bit of meditations and downloads to the point where I felt like I had enough, but I just needed more from that title that they wanted me to put because that's not how it started. But Taurus, what the fuck do you actually do for a living? Listen, that was the golden question. The entire time I sat in um, meditation before and today because these happened a few days ago. And there were some things that came up that I was like, oh, okay. So let's get into it because I'm getting Tommy from Martin energy. That's why they say you're Tommying them. You know what Tommy's significant for, or everybody knows him for. I wouldn't say not having a job, just not knowing what he do because no one ever has to take care of him or fend for him. like what was the other guy? Not Tommy. Cole. Cole was the one who we always knew either laid on his mom's couch, stayed at his mom home, and things like that. I don't think Tommy gave bum energy more than he just gave mysterious mystery behind his career, money, and finances. So you guys are out there Tommying somebody, okay? And shit, who gives us? I mean, like to me, that is the ultimate. You don't need to know nothing about me. You know enough about me, and that's all you need. Period. So when we're coming here for money, career, wealth, and finances, that's the energy we are sitting in. So everybody came to see that you have money somewhere, but do we actually know where all the money comes from? You're like, who the hell business is that other than mine, right? But y'all got y'all hands in more financial buckets than people realize. Okay, so I feel like I hadn't blessed the space enough, and that's what I keep coming back to. So let's talk about it though. Good morning for those who are new here and are returning. Welcome back. I am Goddess Divine Reflections, and this is your August money, career, and wealth reading. Okay. Now remember, everybody is in money, wealth driven. Everybody is in career focus, and I'm not going to force financial stories. But just because we're doing Money Week, we're going to take whatever is genuinely available for the collective and let the cards fill in the rest. Okay? All right. Taurus has a sneaky money energy. That's what it was going to be. More like, where the hell does all your money come from? There can be one obvious major income source everyone knows about, while Taurus has their hands in several other financial buckets. Possible downloads or manifestations that were kind of coming through were multiple income streams, side businesses, investments, private ventures, additional contracts, assets, financial arrangements people don't necessarily know about, one large stream supported by several smaller streams. So, but what we really kept sitting in is the fact that I had an idea. So it's like I was sitting in the people or someone, because it could be someone specifically, energy, where they were sitting there, like not talking to you, but kind of watching you and just questioning. I feel like she has something on the side. I feel like he is doing something outside of our initial contracts, our business. And I'm like, oh shit. So Taurus, are you being sneaky when it comes to business ventures or contracts and things of that nature, especially if they are involved in other persons, other people? What does that look like? Hmm? So guess what archetype came out? Are my cards flipping? This is, see, y'all doing stuff. But I'm gonna take it if it comes out. I don't really usually read my oracles block, but y'all got them flipped like every which way. Like this is insane. Oh my gosh. Taurus, what are you doing? I just straightened these cards before the reading. Hence, I get ready, prepared, cleanse, and then you do this. Some backwards. And that's exactly what this is. My cards flip backwards or interchangeably. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Papoose. Papoose. Remy Ma Papoose. That's how we usually know him. But today we know him as Clarissa Shields Papoose. Papoose came through as the Taurus archetype for this idea. I didn't know he was a Taurus at first. I was looking at the Cam Newton and Clarissa Shields interview, and I was just sitting there, and I was shocked. At first, I wasn't intrigued by wanting to know what her sign was. I was intrigued by wanting to know what his sign was because of how she talks about him. And she was just like, no, you know, everything ends back to Papoose. So I was just like, okay, what is his sign? He's a Taurus. And that's the exact energy I'm getting. Some other energies, and I don't know his sign, was Diddy, right? I'm not saying you guys are like Diddy, but just that middleman in a positive sense of, I never thought Diddy was positive. I've never liked him, and I need to go look up his sign since he's coming up so much in your reading. But it's this energy of, let's put him off the table. We can consider Papoose, but I don't know him as a businessman. But in looking at, like, let's take real estate, right? Um, what are you biting? Nola. Oh, her bone for once because she be chewing up stuff. So the real estate industry always has a middleman, and even if it's just a real estate company selling the home or an individual. And so when it comes to an individual, say you want to sell your home, you have to have somebody in the middle of the finances. So it's always going to be a middleman. And that's the energy I'm getting from Taurus. You feel that middleman position to connect the people to the money, and that brings you money. And so that's why I brought up Diddy, because he's the middleman in entertainment, and Papoose has been the middleman from what we've gathered in contracts and business deals for Clarissa. We've confirmed. And they have rumors of Remy, but we all know Remy had a past connection to Terror Squad and all the others who she was contract and signed to. So I don't know that background story of how Papoose played in that role, but we're gonna take it as the middleman because listen, I knew you guys were gonna do this. At least ancestral legacy came up right because in the was blocked, and I'm gonna read it since y'all pulled two. Earthen roots. So you have ancestral legacy and earthen roots. So let's read it. It says for ancestral legacy, I could tell you that gives all the messages we need, but we're going to read what the book says. This is about your lineage, Taurus, and it makes sense. What are you putting those finances towards? What is that? What are you investing in? And see, so the average eye, even the people who know what you do, may know about where your money comes from, but they don't know where you're putting your money or what you're putting your money into. And I like this for you because ancestral legacy, it is time to connect with the old wisdoms, Taurus. If you feel the call to seek out archaic knowledge and teachings, do not deny it. On the other hand, if you have troubles with family of the present or recent past, now is the time to heal this. It is time to tie up loose ends and continue with lessons long forgotten or put aside. Mhm. This can also mean knowledge is to be gained here. Do not pass up this important lesson at hand. Bonds of heritage call to you now, though not necessarily of blood ties. Okay? So let's move on to the earth and roots because we're going to tie that in. The earth and roots, I'm getting is more of this, what you're doing on this realm type energy. Okay? And so, do you find yourself drawn to the trees and the earth, Taurus? Do stones seem to call to you? Don't ignore this call. It is time to reconnect to the earth, mother which supports us all. She is a life giver, and it is good to feel her warmth and energy when you are feeling adrift. To reconnect with our point of origin reminds us that we have home and can never truly be lost. Interesting. Oh, let me hear the alternate meanings because my spirit just said something else. Take joy from the fact that there is life in everything in nature. It might be time to start a new environmental oh, career, or one that releases to nature. Or one that relates to nature. Excuse me. You've been cooped up too long. It's time to breathe in fresh air and be free. Go outside and be. Every part of your earth, every part of you originates from the earth, and these parts are beautiful. So one of the things my spirit was saying is also when they say that part about To reconnect with our point of origin reminds us that we have a home and can never truly be lost. That part. So some of you may have gotten some off off your journey, and I think that there was not necessarily a detour. It was a part of the journey for you to relocate due to a career, due to a job, due to something of that nature. And I think that this is where Spirit is now telling you, I don't know if you're going to be going back home or you have never really called this place home and you need to like lay your roots. It's like you don't, it's like maybe you have an apartment and you need to make a home or find a home and you weren't certain there. It's like you had one foot in, one foot out because this was just for business. But Spirit is telling you now to make a decision. It does look more positive as far as home, going back home, especially with this ancestry legacy here. It's talking about uh, mending relationships with family, especially those who you have to either pass down or get knowledge from. Okay, so that's important here. Even if you're not returning home to move, I really feel like it's going to be important for you to connect or reconnect and tie up those loose wounds because Spirit is saying that it is connected to your financial growth. I find that if you are in a very good position, it's not you become stagnant there for some time now, and you're wondering why you're not moving more or progressing further. You know that there's more, and you can't quite get to those next levels. This is what it is. Okay, so I knew you. Sorry, y'all. She not only chews on socks, but she definitely puts holes in them. I got holes in a lot of my socks. So why did I turn over this middle card first? And that's you. Wow, y'all saw it. I'm glad I love doing these live. This is your energy, and that's not and I'm gonna read it that way then. So the King of Pentacles is protective, security, ambitious, kind, abundant. We already know this about Taurus. I wish this would have shown up in one of my other decks, but it's okay here because this is when you have all your finances in check. So there's no question there. But this is the reliable businessman, prosperity, and father figure. Okay, turned over aside from the other two cards that we were supposed to uh, pull, and I usually go from here to there. So interesting. Page of Cups. Be open to new ideas, intuitive inspiration, awe and wonder, young love, chasing your dreams, follow your calling. Yep. Some of you are at okay, Spirit. Some of you are wondering if you should take this leap of faith and move because of a business opportunity. They're saying yes. And before I turn over that final card, I am going to do the same thing I did here. Look at this. You got the sun in the middle. I'll go here. Four of coins. But you, so one or two things could be true. There is this fear maybe in the past where you have taken an idea or taken a chance or a leap of faith in this career or a journey along that's a part of your calling and you were not as financially lucrative in what you do now. It's like you're in corporate America or you're in a really good position with what you're doing now. So to take that leap of faith with your dreams or your calling, you feel that you'll start feeling like this, like you're holding on to money, you're saving, you can't live like in bliss. Okay, but there's a sun here. This is supportive right now. Now I don't know why the Nine of Wands came up, but I honestly connect this to work. Work. You are faced with the choice that I feel like you see what you're doing has reached its peak, or not peak, but it's what's the max level? You can't go any further. So again, how we said in the beginning, timing energy. This could be something you add to what you're already doing. Now, energy wise, time wise, I can see why there was this rebalancing and connecting to Earth again, because you may be really balanced right now, and to do something else or in addition can take you off, of course, your balance. But this is something I feel like if you feed it in, because this is new. Be open to new ideas, right? Someone could present you with something. This is also young love. So maybe you've put love off. I don't remember what your love readings were. They were posted last week. But if that is a problem and you have been dating and someone has been saying or giving you an ultimatum, it does look promising. Now, this could say that maybe you take your focus off of work and career and you see something kind of getting it out of hand up ahead. Maybe because this is future energy. I read that as future. But the Eight of Cups is along with this. And this is movement or transition, Taurus. Abandonment. So what are you leaving behind? leaving behind, walking away, letting go, detachment. So there's something that has to change when it comes to the financial area in order for you to grow, in order for you to move forward. Okay. Now, when we kept coming into that energy of what does Tommy actually do for a living, that's just the energy. It's not about you not doing, you are doing. People just don't know what it is, and that's not their business. Now, as far as this person you're dating, if it's someone new, maybe it's time to show them what you do. And maybe you are not so pressed about that because you just really don't want them in your business. I don't know what you're hiding. Um, is it all? And this is a career where I'm going to pull. I haven't done any clarifiers, but it may not all be. What's the word? Professionally respected, or how do I want to frame it? Like there once was this guy. It's like he was hiding what he was doing, and what he did was what's that? I don't know the proper term. It's like it's gambling, right? But it's betting on teams, and it's what are those apps when you well, he had a very big ring going on. Like he was dealing through barbershops, and he moved like the feds was always looking at him or looking for him, right? So that was something where he had to protect himself in a manner. He talked to me about it once, and that's when I knew I need to move away because I don't have time for that. But his one of his baby mama once upon a time and our family, we don't know if it was her or them, called the people in suspicions of him doing something. They knew because they probably bet before, right? Through him or through her. So they called on him and had he went to jail at some point. I don't know how that played out. I didn't know him long enough to know the entire story, but something of that nature. Maybe where one of your lucrative incomes come from. Something like betting, right? Nonetheless, it's some form of investment that you make on the side that brings you great money. And Spirit may be at this time telling you to let's relook at this, or if you've gotten enough from it, let's pull out. It's time to pull out. Put your money somewhere else. Are you able to find a new idea or a new lane to bring in the same amount of money or more, right? And your fear is no, you have not. And I think that because and we're gonna go ahead and get your closing oracle. I think that because I started talking about the real estate in the beginning, that could be your lane. Real estate investments. No, you don't have to go back to school for that. Look into it. You can definitely be you can be the money man, the money woman. You can be the person they go to where you're not in the middle, but someone works in the middle of your money and the persons who are buying your properties type stuff, or however that looks. Okay. But look into real estate as an alternative option if this is not something or this other career could be risky. Okay, so let's get your closing because that's what this Nine of Wands energy is kind of bringing in. If that's the future, that's the possibility. Okay, but you do have transitioning. So if you take your messages and do what you need to, not mine. This is just a confirmation. If this has already been on your heart, already been on your spirit, and been in some of your dreams, or you've been having warnings, this is your final one. Okay, Tommy? But nonetheless, I think that the archetypes Tommy and Papoose came up because you have great skill of being the middleman, middlewoman. You have negotiation skills. Who was that yesterday? I think it was Libra. Had the negotiator, the best negotiator ever. Now, I would keep them in that ranking position. I don't think that you're the best negotiator. I think that you're the best person, the collector of money, right? Because despite negotiations, you have to have a foundation. Libra struggles with the money part. Libra just likes the skill of negotiating. But I think for you, you have that skill just as much as they do, but you really know how to maximize off of it. All right. So let's go into your oracle to close. And don't forget to check out your generals and your love readings that were posted the last 2 weeks. And we should be coming live soon, y'all. Soon. Just to reconnect, go back down memory lane. And I am going to start pulling up some of my old videos again. Because I had somebody that asked on one of my videos, did I go by another name? So I do want to open some of that stuff up so people can see it. And say, yes, I did. Therapeutic, intuitive tarot, and or too much shit. It was too long. So this seems to be the same way, but it's something I feel like we can remember. All right, so look at the bigger picture, Taurus. Full moon in Sagittarius. Interesting. Don't know when that is. You'd have to look it up. I'll post it in the comments if I come across it before the end of the month, because I know it's not this month. All right, but that could be significant, that time frame. But I also want you to really pay attention more or less to the look at the bigger picture message. All right. Now, again, there is this one stream of income you're focused on, or maybe trying to get your attention. And I think that you have more than one income at this time, but there is one that has been up for question. All right. So let's read what look at the bigger picture is saying. Oh, I'm glad I found it because I hate this book. I need to find well, I know how they put everything in order, and I don't know the moon cycles like that because they break it really down. Okay, so new moon in Sagittarius. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here. Interesting. Let me read that again. That's why I slowed down. But be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. Betting. Betting is significant. I think some of you gamble, have a bad gambling problem too. Some of you, not all of you. That's a collective message that was for somebody. Um, this card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Travel was important with this business matter. I said that earlier. All right, count your blessings literally, write them down, or say them out loud. This can also mean you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow minded. Start a week of gratitude practice via Facebook or a journal or blog. Sagittarius in a sign of fun travel exploration. Sagittarius is the sign of fun travel exploration and the great cosmic quest. It's the sign of big ideas. Its energy is expansive, upbeat, lucky, and divine. The moon in Sagittarius exudes all this, as does this card. Whenever you draw it, nothing is set in stone with Sagittarius, and an optimistic energy could attract all manner of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. Yes, it is definitely time. If there was something coming up with this business venture with money, it's a yes. Please take advantage of it. Now, your main message for the month had something about you know how to get rid of it. So I think this ties to that more specifically. We originally knew that it could belong to either relationships or money or career. Now in these cards is Taurus getting rid of an expense, an income stream that no longer serves you, a business, a debt, a financial responsibility, a bad investment is what I'm seeing, but something is draining you with your resources. All right, so Taurus, everybody doesn't need to know where every dollar comes from, but you need to know where it's going. If you are diversifying, make sure every bucket actually serves a purpose. Now, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, that is your messages. Please comment below, like, subscribe, and share the video. I'll see you guys next live. Love and light.